Welcome to Sarah's Scuba and Travel channel. If you are looking for an off-road adventure, I recommend booking the Landmannalaugar Safari Super Jeep Tour with Arctic Adventures. I recommend purchasing your tour online well in advance of your trip to ensure your spot. Also, if you book multiple tours at once with Arctic Adventures, you may receive a discount on the total price at checkout. The morning of your tour, you will be picked up at your pre-selected location in a Super Jeep, which is designed to handle the rugged F-roads of the Icelandic Highlands, as well as navigate on top of glaciers. Before you get to the Highlands, you will have a few stops along the way. In this video, I want to share some tips and what to expect for your day of adventure. Once your guide has retrieved all of the participants for the day, you will make your way to Selfoss, which is a small town. At this stop, you will want to use the restrooms and visit the grocery store. Here you can pick up snacks or lunch for the day. Sit back and relax because it is a 45 to 50 minute journey to the first waterfall, Hjálparfoss, which is located in the Frostastaðavatn Valley on the southern edge of the Icelandic Highlands. Once you arrive and disembark at the Super Jeep, I recommend following the trail and getting views from above. This also gives you beautiful views of the river and natural surroundings. Then you can make your way down the steps to the base of the waterfall. This allows you a closer view of the basalt columns all around you and the falls. These basalt columns formed from cooling lava thousands of years ago. There are bathrooms available at this stop if you would like to use them before you leave. We had approximately 20 minutes at this location. The next stop is another waterfall, Sigöldufoss, which is another 45 to 50 minute ride. When visiting in the summer, you will see fields of purple flowers along the road. This is lupine, and it is a beautiful contrast against the green background. Along the route, you will pass the only two wind turbines in Iceland. Iceland installed these to experiment with wind energy. However, they found that the risk to the birds was not worth using the wind energy since they get so much energy from geothermal sources and water already. In addition, you will pass a large hydroelectric plant as you get closer to Sigöldufoss. Sigöldufoss was once part of a mighty glacial river that has been tamed by the redirection of glacial waters to the hydroelectric power plant, upstream from the waterfall. It is still a beautiful waterfall that you will have an opportunity to enjoy while your tour guide prepares the Super Jeep for the F-roads. The blue of the water in the waterfall is caused by algae in the water. Take some time to explore different sides of the falls and the river. This is the last stop before hitting the F-roads. Once the Super Jeep is ready, you will be on your way. You may hear some odd noises coming from the back of the Jeep. That is the air compressor, which controls the air pressure in the tires and opens and closes the door. The compressor changes the air pressure in the tires depending on the road conditions and types. The tires have 16 psi for F-roads and 34 psi for the paved asphalt roads. Very quickly, you will hit the F-roads and notice that the ride actually gets a little smoother. The Super Jeep performs better on the rugged roads than the pavement. You will definitely feel the large bumps, but it is much smoother than attempting this drive on your own in a rented 4x4 vehicle. In fact, you will see people trying to traverse the roads in rented 4-wheel drive SUVs, and they have to go much slower. The Super Jeep flies right past them. This makes the journey to Landmannalaugar a quick 30 to 40 minutes from Sigöldufoss. In fact, you can book 4x4 vehicle tours, but they will also have difficulty navigating the terrain. I highly encourage you to consider booking a Super Jeep tour if you plan on venturing out into the Highlands. There are 3 routes through the Highlands, the northern, western, and southern routes. On this tour, you will experience the northern and western routes. You will enter through the northern route and exit via the western route. Due to the lack of maintenance and harsh conditions in the winter, as well as the challenge of navigating these roads, they are closed mid to late September and do not reopen until June or July. Therefore, this is very much a summertime activity. F-roads are not paved and contain loose gravel. The adventure of the ride is worth the tour, but the scenery is gorgeous as well. You will hit mud puddles along the way. No need to slow down or worry about the depth. The Super Jeep plows right through them. One of the other characteristics of the F-roads that make them quite dangerous are the rivers that they cross. The benefit of booking a Super Jeep tour is that these vehicles are designed to cross the rivers without any problem. If you try to attempt these crossings on your own in a rental vehicle, you may find yourself in a dangerous situation very quickly. In order to get to the Landmannalaugar parking and recreation area, your Super Jeep will cross two rivers. One which is a cold river and the other is a warm river fed by the natural hot spring. Eventually you will arrive at Landmannalaugar. The Highlands of Iceland, which became protected area in 1979, are part of the Hjálparfoss Nature Reserve. We had approximately 1 hour and 45 minutes to enjoy our time here. We started with a hike along the Laugavegir trail with our guide to the first lookout point. We were quickly distracted by the sheep along the trail and the crossing of the small stream which led to the natural hot spring. This trail is 55 kilometers long and could be a multi-day hike for adventurous travelers. The views from the first lookout point were beautiful. The colors in the mountains around us reminded me of the 20 Mule Team Canyon in Death Valley National Park in the US. The good news is that it's not as hot as Death Valley, and there was a lot more vegetation. After introducing us to our surroundings, our guide pointed out suggested attractions that we might want to enjoy with our time remaining. We chose to continue on the trail a little further and explore the scenery, lava and rock formations, and the flowers along the way. We eventually turned around and made our way back out the same way we entered. During your visit, you may see a lot of tents set up by overnight campers. This is the base camp area, which has picnic tables, bathrooms, showers, supplies, medical services, and more. From here, you can take a walk out to the natural hot springs. You are welcome to bring your swimsuit and towel with you if you want to go for a swim during your visit. There is no entry fee. The changing areas are very public right by the entrance to the springs. We did not go swimming, but it looked amazing. We took some time to explore the area on the other side of the parking lot. There are usually horses over here as well that you can rent, but they were gone when I made my way over. Off in the distance, you may see hikers making their way up the dark gray hill. This is a different hiking trail. In the parking area, you will also find Mountain Mall grocery store and coffee house. The prices are definitely high, but we grabbed some sandwiches, chips, and drinks for lunch. This would be a great resource if you are camping and forget to pack something or want some fresh food. Eventually, your time will be up and you will need to board your Super Jeep and head out through the rivers. Since you take a different route to exit, the next stop is a view of Frostastaðavatn Lake. You will have a few minutes to jump out and grab some shots before continuing on your off-road journey. At this point, it got a little rainy. No worries, this Super Jeep could handle it, and flooding of roads was not a concern. Moral of the story, take a Super Jeep. Don't try this on your own. The scenery along this route was just as beautiful as the route coming in. I sat back and ate my lunch while enjoying the views. Eventually, you will see the Hekla volcano come into view. You will make a stop at the viewing area while your guide prepares the Super Jeep to return to the asphalt roads. Hekla is one of the most active volcanoes in Iceland and is covered in ice and snow when it isn't active. Hekla has a history of erupting almost every 10 years, 1970, 1980 to 81, 1991, and 2000. It is overdue for an eruption and does not give much warning. Seismic activity was registered only 30 to 80 minutes ahead of the previous eruptions. You can actually hike Mount Hekla? Not me. There are plenty of other hiking opportunities in Iceland. Once your guide has removed the tubes for the tires and the tire pressure adjusts for the asphalt roads, you will be on your way. It is approximately 1 hour to Selfoss or 1 hour and 45 minutes to Reykjavik. When we got close to Selfoss, our driver asked if anyone wanted to stop and use the restroom or grab a snack. No one wanted to stop, so we continued on to Reykjavik. Your driver will drop you off at the same location they picked you up from in the morning, unless you request a different stop. We got off close to the city center so we could grab some dinner. We found a nice tapas place and enjoyed our evening. If you want to experience the Icelandic Highlands, I highly encourage you to book a Super Jeep tour. For more information on the tour highlighted in this video, please see the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. If you would like to help support future productions, please donate using the Super Thanks button or buy me a snack using the link in the description below. Please join the Facebook group and follow me on Instagram for more content.